Welcome back to a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, we're once again back with another absolute banger prediction videos for Black Clover's next upcoming manga chapter 280, which should be released Sunday, January 31st. But guys, before we get into it, a few things I do want to consider. Guys, I know last week's prediction video turned out to be extremely wrong. Like, I know everything I predicted in last week's video turned out to be flat out wrong, but in my defense, tell me who could have ever predicted Morris to have gone to the levels he did in Black Clover chapter 279? Nobody, absolutely nobody ever predicted Morris to be able to do what he did in 279. I predicted that there's definitely more to Morris's character. J Clouds predicted that there's definitely more to Morris's character than meets the eye, but absolutely nobody could have seen him being possessed by Lucifer and then opening up the gates to the underworld. What? Yo, if you haven't read it already, go read Black Clover chapter 279 before watching this video. But also, guys, a few notes. We have now surpassed over 11,500 subscribers. So thank you all so much for all your amazing support. And as always, guys, the next upcoming Black Clover chapter 280 arrives Sunday, January 31st. Please be there. We're obviously going to be live streaming as well. It's going to be super epic. We had over 340 people in this week's live stream. But with that being said, let's just jump straight into my predictions for Black Clover chapter 280. Alright, jumping straight into it. Yo. I actually want to start here. Black Clover Volume 27. Now, you might be wondering, why am I starting with Black Clover Volume 27? Well, Black Clover Volume 27 consisted of Black Clover Chapter 262, a turbulent conference, all the way up to Black Clover Chapter 272, Dark Prison Hunting Ground, ending on Asta's new power-up, but not showing it, and ending Volume 27. With the way each volume ends in Black Clover and other manga, it ends in a way to hype up the next volume. So the last two chapters of each volume are done this way. Now, Volume 27 consisted of 11 chapters. Currently, chapters 273, Day of Destiny, all the way to the recent chapter 279, The Door to Hell, are unlisted and will be in Volume 28. Now, if we count it, 273, 274, 275, 276, 277, 278, 279. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 chapters. Now, obviously, this is a big number considering 11 was in Volume 27, but also note this. Ever since Black Clover chapter 273, Day of Destiny, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but we have had consistently more pages than ever before. Each page in Volume 27, each chapter, mind you, in Volume 27 consisted about of 11 to 10 pages. Each chapter and pages in chapter 273 all the way to 279 consists of around 16 to 17 pages. There are now more pages than ever before. And if we look out My Hero Academia's most recent volume 29, released January 4th, it consisted of chapters 277 to 285. That is 9 chapters. And right now, we have 7 unaccounted chapters, which with more pages equivalent to My Hero Academia, which means in all likelihood, chapters 280 and 281 are going to be hyping up Volume 29. So, with that knowledge, what are we going to see? in all accounts and purposes, I don't believe we're going to follow where we left off last chapter. I believe that's the best way to end it. If I was a mangaka, I would have ended it like that. It literally hypes up volume 29. Like, oh my god, what is gonna happen next? But then also hyping up volume 29, we're gonna jump into something else. Now, the biggest one we're gonna jump into, and the first one I want to talk about, just in case we do actually follow with the devils in chapter 280, is Dante's reaction. I don't know if you noticed, but at the end of Black Clover chapter 279, Dante gave this reaction towards the devils that was a little bit surprising, considering that this is going exactly towards their plan. Or I guess he never expected Morris to be able to do this and the devils to come out this early, but the devils have now come out, so you would expect Dante's reaction to be happy. So why does she look scared, almost, I want to say? I'll leave you with that to think, but I'm not entirely too sure, and I don't have a theory about it. But jumping straight into it, I believe either Black Clover chapter 280 is going to go into 3 directions. The first direction, the Diamond Kingdom. Morris is a major contender in this volume and has been doing a lot of shit. Even these last few chapters have been Morris sneezing in the background, only to finally make his move in chapter 279. Now, if Morris is doing all this, where the fuck are Mars, Fana, and Ladros? Mars, Fana, and Ladros are very much missing. So I believe one of the major things that are the most likely, since we got Morris this volume, is that we're going to get the Diamond Kingdom next volume and their plans to invade the Spade Kingdom. It is very likely in chapter 280, we're going to go back maybe a day or two to see the Diamond Kingdom training, Mars training. Like, Mars and Fana have been missing from the story for over 150 chapters. That is a lot of chapters. I believe the last time they appeared would have been around chapter 110, if I'm not mistaken. 110, 106 or 7, if I'm entirely not mistaken, because Asta's transformation was chapter 100, and I think it took about 7 chapters to end that arc off. So it's definitely been a very, very long time. Apart from the Diamond Kingdom, the most noticeably missing people are Noelle. Noelle, Charmy, Leopold, Secret, best girl for the record, the Mimosa, the one that should have died, are all missing from this arc. As we all know from the conference meeting, after the Heart Kingdom's invasion, the elves, Patri, Veto, the elf Fauna, and Raya went ahead and saved and helped save those guys, and are now teaching Noelle ultimate magic. Now, I don't think we're going to go back in time and see how they're training to learn ultimate magic. I think that is something for the anime to do, because obviously the anime needs some help, because it is so close to the manga right now. You wouldn't even believe it if you watched the anime. For the record, watch the anime. The anime is fucking amazing. So I think they're gonna leave the training for the anime to cover, but I do want to see obviously what they've learned. I want to see Noelle's new forms. I want to see Secret's new forms. I want to see Leopold's, Charmy, Mimosa. Yo, each of them learning ultimate magic is so cool. Ultimate flame magic, ultimate lightning magic, ultimate water magic, ultimate plant magic, ultimate ceiling magic. Like, yo, the fuck are they gonna do with ultimate magic? Now, I don't think ultimate magic is gonna go exactly the way we think it is. Remember when Licht used ultimate magic against Zagrid, he had to gather up all the power of the elves for him to be able to cast that spell. So I think it's going to go something along those lines, where Noelle is the only person who's going to be able to cast ultimate magic. But I do hope I'm wrong. I do want to see ultimate lightning magic, ultimate fire, ultimate ceiling, ultimate plant even. Yeah, I know I want Mimosa to die, but seeing ultimate plant magic would also be a super cool, interesting factor. And finally, since I think it's going to be the last 2 chapters of the volume, saving the best for last, Asta. Now, Asta appeared at the end of volume 27. He was there to hype up the next volume 28, and he has sadly been missing throughout the whole of Volume 28. But another way to hype up Volume 29 could be going these last 2 chapters with Asta, seeing his training with Gimodello, maybe seeing a hint at Asta's new form once again. Honestly, that would be super, super amazing. I would freak out if we finally got to see Asta's Union form. Noct's Union forms this arc have been absolutely remarkable. I am so excited to see what Yuki Tabata comes up with Asta's Union form. A lot of people think it's going to be similar to Guts from Berserk. I don't know, but I mean, it could be funny. Yuki Tabata has been using Dark Souls as a reference to Noct's transformations. I don't know if you've noticed or played Dark Souls, but Dark Souls is a very, very popular game over in Japan, and Tabata has been using Dark Souls as a reference for Noct's Union modes. I definitely want to see what references he uses for Asta's Union mode. The only thing, honestly, I want in Asta's Union mode is for him to have 2 wings. Now has 2 wings in his Belarus form. So honestly, I'd be very, very disappointed if Asta didn't have 2 wings in his Union form. I think he will. I'm almost 100% guaranteed certain that he's going to have 2 wings in his Union form. But I obviously want to see more. Seeing Gimodello again is honestly going to be funny. But who knows? Maybe we will get Asta next chapter. What do you think is going to happen in Black Clover chapter 280? Do you think my predictions are correct? Do you think it's going to be the last 2 chapters of the volume? If you do, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Simi as always. Peace.